Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Do you ever watch a movie like Pet Sematary and when someone in the film tells you a backstory within that movie you go, that would make for a really good prequel? Well, that's exactly what I always thought about Pet Sematary, whether it be the original from 1989 or the remake in 2019 I think it was. Whenever I'm watching those movies, I do love both of them. I actually do really like the remake. When Judd Crandall is explaining his backstory, I always say to myself, oh, it'd be really cool if they did a sequel to Pet Sematary but made it a prequel, of course. And we're finally getting it with Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Now, at first, when the film got announced that it was going straight to streaming on Paramount Plus, we never got any images for a long time. We never got a trailer for a while. I said to myself, okay, they're making this one, but it's probably going to be cheap and nasty, and maybe they'll just cancel it like Salem's Lot got cancelled. So I never thought it would see the light of day. But then the trailer got announced yesterday. I watched the trailer. I can't do a trailer reaction because I already watched it, so it wouldn't be honest of me for doing a trailer reaction. But I watched the trailer and I thought, wow, that looks pretty decent. For a film that's coming out in a few weeks' time, it's not got a lot of marketing, but that's okay because it's going straight to Paramount Plus. I thought, this looks promising. The quality of it looks good. The actors in it are pretty cool. Everything about it seems like it could be a legit prequel to Pet Sematary. Now, this is going to be an official prequel to the remake. It's not an official prequel to the original one back in 1989, but still, it's still the same story. And when I watched the trailer, they had everything in the trailer that I want to see in the movie, which is cool as well. You get Timmy Baterman, the guy who was the first person to go back to the Pet Sematary, the story that Judd was telling in the original and the remake. So we've got this character in there. It's probably going to be the main focus, or one of the main focuses for the film. You've also got Judd's wife in this movie. We all know what happens to her. He's got his dog in this film as well. He mentions that he had a dog that he tried to bring back and it was fine to begin with, similar to the cat, Church, in the Pet Sematary movies. So everything that I want to see in this film is going to be in it. I want to see Timmy, I want to see the dog, and I want to see Judd's wife. All three of these things are going to be in this film, so they're not swaying away from the original, shall we call it, source material. They're not swaying away from that. They're not trying to do something different. They're going beat by beat with what Judd was talking about in the original movies. Yes, of course, they'll probably add things in, but they're not changing anything. That's what the main thing is for me. That's the most important part, is they're not changing things around. They're not saying, we'll just remove the dog, we'll just remove his wife, and importantly, we'll just remove Timmy. No, they're bringing those three factors in. So because of that, I'm actually really excited for it. We've also got a really cool cast as well. We've got David Duchovny in there. We've got Henry Thomas. We've even got Pam Grier. It looks like Pam Grier's going to die, but she's still in it anyway. The main guy, he looks familiar. I've not even checked it up on IMDb, but the main guy looks pretty cool. His voice sounds really deep. It sounds more deep in the Fred Gwynne aspect, like the original Pet Sematary, but he's got the voice and characteristics of the Judd from the remake. I know that he does say that famous line, sometimes dead is better, and it definitely doesn't sound anything like Fred Gwynne, especially the accent, so I'm guessing we're going with the remake version of Judd. The film's obviously set in the same place as well that we saw in the remake from 2019, and it's also, like I said, got that same and similar vibe to it as well, so it seems like it's going to be a smooth transition. It's not filmed like 10-15 years later. It's only filmed a couple of years after the remake, so it's still fresh. They still know what they're doing, and hopefully we can get that seamless transition between the prequel and the sequel, unless this prequel is going to be set up for another sequel to the prequel that would then lead on to the sequel that was filmed in 2019, if you know what I mean. So if this movie is successful, then yes, they maybe could make more, maybe set it after the events of the 2019 movie, who knows, but all I'm saying is, guys, this looks very promising, very surprising. So what are your thoughts so far on this prequel, guys? Leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
I want to know.